Hello there my YouTube friends and fans. This video is about 7 Days to Die, but it's not about 7 Days to Die on the Xbox because I have given up on this game on the Xbox. It basically sucks because the version that you find on Xbox is like about 5 years old. It has not been updated. And the Xbox Series X, even though it's being a really good console that is pretty much equivalent to a great PC, cannot handle this game properly. And I was really fed up with it, especially after I've seen videos of this game playing on PC, and I'm like, this is not even the same game. What the heck? I am totally missing out on things. So thankfully, I do have GeForce Now, because I don't have a PC. I have an iMac. I am an Apple person. I love my iMac. It's a powerful machine, but through some videos that I checked out, the 7 Days to Die game does not really run well on a Mac for some reason, even on a very powerful Mac, which is puzzling me, but it is what it is. So I was like, okay, well, great, I cannot play it on my Mac native, but I can play via GeForce Now, and thankfully GeForce Now has this game in their library. Thank God. So I purchased the game and I started to check it out. So here we are. We are looking at 7 Days to Die on a PC running through my Mac via GeForce Now. I have tried to bump up the resolution here because my Mac has a lot higher resolution than this, but it doesn't really let me choose that. So I'm gonna stick with 1920 by 1080 for now. So here we have the quality. As you can see, the quality preset is high. And a lot of things are set to high here, which is why I like to use GeForce Now. I created my character, which is also very basic. It has a little bit more than on the Xbox, but general, there's not much to it. But, you know, we know this is an alpha, so we're not really expecting too much. So let's jump in. I'm very excited. I'm very, very, very curious how this differs from the Xbox version. Whoa, here we are in the world, and I can already tell it's a lot different. So I know I have to go through the tutorial steps right now. But I already know this game pretty well. I think I do. So I think I know what I'm doing here. So I know now to kind of move everything from my tool belt into just the inventory, because if I die, I will lose everything that's on my tool belt, and those things are pretty crucial because that's all I really have, and I don't want to lose all I really have, right? So I'm in this game thinking, well, you know what, I already know everything. I don't really need the tutorial, but I guess I have to go through. I know what I'm doing, but I was in for a surprise. There's a lot to learn if you switch from Xbox to PC, because the controls are not the same, and there's so much more to this game. When you do the tutorial on Xbox, on this really old version, you're like in the middle of nowhere. There's absolutely nothing there besides maybe a couple really shabby ruins that look very unrealistic. And when you have to build your bedroll here, you're thinking like, nah, I don't really feel comfortable sleeping here. So what I did on the Xbox version was I put down my bedroll so I could check that off my list, and then I picked it up again. I'm like, no, I'm gonna find a better place. And of course I died, and then I spawned in a random spot, which was not ideal. So here I'm already spawning next to a house, which I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna put my bedroll right in here. I have a building, I have a door, I feel kind of secure. Why not, right? And then once I went through the tutorial, realizing that I need to learn a lot about the different controls and stuff, I was finally free to do whatever. So here I am looking at this street sign, just thinking like, wow, this is exactly how I imagine this game should be, not realizing that the game already has been advancing so much on PC and we get the crappy version on Xbox. So I don't know if it's kind of like a marketing ploy where they have us hate the Xbox version so much that we switch to the PC version and maybe buy a PC or buy GeForce Now or whatever, buy the game, right? Because it's free on Xbox. But look at that. I'm just like a tourist here. I'm just looking at everything and I'm like, whoa, those buildings actually look real. Everything looks real here. My axe looks so awesome. I cannot wait to hit my first zombie. What do the zombies look like in this game? Everything looks just so much more realistic. I mean, it could be better, but compared to the Xbox version, this is insanely good. I am just super happy because I was thinking about making the switch for days and days and days. I was like, you know, I'm paying for Xbox Game Pass and should I really switch? I mean, I can play this for free on Xbox. Why should I now go and buy this game on Steam? But then I was thinking, you know, I already pay for GeForce Now and the game is only $25, so it's not like, you know, bank breaking thing. So I am at this point, I'm like, whoa, just this scene alone just made me so happy. I'm like, this is so fun. The zombies look so much better. There's flying things, whatever those are. This is cool. This thing doesn't even exist on the Xbox version. There's maybe 5 different zombies and that's it. I mean, look at that. This is so much fun. I just want to smash zombies all day long. Anyway, so I know now that I do not regret having paid $25 for this game. Because I am in love and I know I will never go back to playing this on Xbox. No way. No matter how many hours I spent on Xbox to accumulate all the loot I had, probably 30 hours or more, and I built up an amazing stash. But you know what? Who cares? This is awesome. I am in love. The one thing that was a little bit disappointing for me was the fact that if you actually kill a zombie, like so, you can't really tell when they're dead. It's not really telling you when they're dead. You get no loot from them. What I really hated on the Xbox version was that you couldn't see anything that was a little bit farther away than a few feet from you. So it always felt like you're walking in the fog and stuff is revealing as you approach it. And it was so annoying because sometimes you were desperately looking for a building and you just couldn't see it because it was right there in front of you, but you couldn't see it. And you couldn't see that there was a huge lake in front of you, which you can't cross. I mean, you would have to swim. And look at that. Here I have way more buildings than I am used to in this game. On the Xbox version, you can walk for miles and not bump into anything. No building, no car, no zombie, no nothing. You just walk and walk and walk and nothing is happening. So here it's like overwhelming. And I walk into this building, which is a beautiful house. I immediately fall in love with it and I'm like, you know what? Screw the bedroll in the other house. I'm gonna make this my new house. I love it. I mean, you know, I'm an Xbox player. You could quickly convince me of something that's way better and everything is way better here, right? So I just have to get rid of the inhabitants here, which seems to be a couple that's not really happy that I'm taking their house, but hey, you know, it's tough times, right? Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to use your house. It's mine now. Thank you. And so on the Xbox version, you're being told to go to the trader, and it's really hard to find out where the heck the trader is. It took me a long while to get there because I probably died like a few times before this happened because I didn't really know how to deal with the zombies. And then I finally found the trader, and then I got killed again, and I randomly spawned in some spot and I never found the trader again until like 60 days in, which was super frustrating. But look at that, I find the trader already. Here he is, and I already know to mark him on my map. Now I'm not gonna make this mistake again, but we are here. This was so much easier, and it also looks so much better. I just have to find the entrance. Oh yeah, that's right, I cannot touch anything that's close to the trader, but it seems like the entrance looks pretty much the same as on the Xbox version. They did not make any updates to this, that's for sure. It's the same building, the same stairs, everything the same. It's just that the location looks a bit different. Look at that. Even the trader looks the same. A little bit upgraded maybe, but it's the same dude. So obviously I do not have any money, so I can't really buy anything. But what I found out is that on the PC version, the trader is actually giving you quests. That's not a thing on the Xbox, so let's do that.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Do you have any jobs? Buried supplies, clear zombies, fetch. Well, let's just do clear zombies.
For someone of you, I can't thank you enough, friend.
All right, we're in business. I can't wait to do that and see what I get for it. So I'm back at my awesome house, and I realized that I'm not alone. There's actually another guy here, which I need to take care of because I want this house to be mine. So this guy just decided to hide in the bathroom and thought that he was very clever, that I wouldn't notice and he could maybe attack me when I sleep. No, that's not gonna happen, sir. This is going to be my safe space. So, oh wow, where did she come from? Wait a minute. How many people are here? Is this like a cult or something? All right. Well, it's a big house, you know, they could have roommates, and you know what, there's another one. So if this game is like it is on Xbox, you will be able to get rid of all the zombies, and then once you place your bedroll, they will no longer spawn in here. My god, there is another one. I'm not so sure if that's the case on the PC version, but for now I'm just trying to get rid of all of the ones I find and then hope they don't come back. So if I close the door, I'll be safe in here. So it seems like the hatches are a thing here on PC too. I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? I thought I got everyone. What are you doing here? I got the wrong tool. I don't want any zombies in my house anymore. I'm tired of you guys. This is my house now. Stay out. So, back to where I was, trying to place a hatch, which is what I've always been doing on the Xbox version, and it was a fantastic idea. Alright, so that's in place. It's not perfect, but it's better than nothing, right? So I am ready to now spend the night in this house and hope nothing is going to happen. Well, the night went pretty well, besides that I did have an intruder like this guy. He looks like the cop on the Xbox. Not so sure what he is because he doesn't have a cop hat on, but I found this like weapon here which did a really good job taking them down, and look at that. I am so glad for this hatch. This hatch was amazing on Xbox and it is amazing here. It does what you expect it to do. It keeps the enemy away from you, basically. So once that happened, I was pretty clear until like 4 in the morning, and then I knew it was safe to go outside again. Early in the morning, never something I do in real life. I never get up early, but you know, it's important here because I have to loot a bunch of stuff. I need to make sure I have all the material I need in order to just survive, especially food and water. And I really don't have to walk very far in order to already see tons of new buildings and places to loot. Something that I'm totally not familiar with playing on Xbox, where You literally couldn't find anything for miles. It was like you're walking through the desert for days before you find something. And here it's like literally all the time. There's so much stuff here. It is crazy. So we're walking onto this camp right now. I see corn. There's a bunch of zombies here that I can take care of, but I feel like I'm not feeling so motivated to kill the zombies because I don't get any loot from them. So it's like, why would I even kill them? Can I just not kill them and just avoid them? I literally just kill them here so I can loot this place in peace. But I am definitely disappointed that I don't get any loot from the zombies. On the other hand, it is actually more realistic because why would a zombie carry a sandwich around with them that you can still eat? I don't know. That was always a little bit freaky, but that's how it was on Xbox. You always got food from them, and that actually made you survive really easily, even though the sandwiches made you sick. But that went by really fast, and then you could just go on with your day and you didn't have to ever actually make food. So this seems a little more realistic. I cannot pick up the lantern, but I find a lot of good stuff here. Among them, ammo for weapons I don't really have yet, but I hope that that's just gonna happen soon. So I'm gonna see what happens with this corn. I cannot pick the corn like I can on the Xbox. So I'm thinking, well, do I get the corn if I destroy the corn plant? And look at that. Yes, you actually do get the corn if you destroy the plant, which, okay. I guess the plant is done growing, so you don't really actually need it anymore. That's fine. That's how the farmers do it. And we have more zombies. So I don't know what happens if you kill zombies, but I assume it's gonna give you points, and that's a good thing. So I just keep killing zombies, hoping that that's gonna make you rank up faster. We'll see. So I don't really have to walk very far to get to the next location where I get a ton of loot and interesting things to explore. I am just like in awe because I am not used to this from the Xbox, where you were just like celebrating every time you just saw a building, and here they're like everywhere. More like real life where there is just stuff everywhere, right? So yeah, of course there's not just stuff, but there's zombies everywhere, but it's totally worth it taking them down so you can get to the loot. So I open this door here. I am happy that it's unlocked, but as soon as I enter, a couple of zombies jump in from the top. And I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. I do not want to die. Let me just kind of make sure my back is safe here at least, so I can tackle those two guys, because I really want to know what's in there. And yeah, you know, there's always new zombies here that you don't really know about. This guy somehow managed to hurt me. I don't even know what all those icons mean on the left there, like where I'm hunched over in orange. I guess my back hurts. I don't know. Or am I just tired? I don't know. I already see that I'm also somehow infected. I don't have antibiotics, so I don't even know what to do about that. All of a sudden, a third zombie comes in that I didn't even see coming. So now I'm thinking, okay, I can deal with that, not a big deal. I'm just gonna take those guys out so I can finally go into the building. And then that happens. I don't even know how that happened, but that's the first time I died in this PC version of 7 Days to Die. So I'm like, alright, not a big deal. I'm just gonna go back because I have my bed not too far away from here. And here I am, spawning on my bed. The reason I always do that is because I could just kind of put the loot in here. And I look and I'm like, what? Where's all the stuff that I had? My whole inventory is wiped out. Not just my tool belt, but everything I had. All my food, all my weapons, everything I gathered for the past, I don't know how many hours, 2 hours, is gone. So I'm like, shoot, that is no fun. That really sucks. Let me just close this door properly. I have lost everything. I need that stuff. This is how I survive. I need to go and find it. Thankfully, I see the blue backpack up in the bar up on top, so I know I can get it back. But of course, I'm worried about dying before I can get to my backpack, because then everything will be lost for good. So this is definitely something I changed on the Xbox right away. I made it so that the settings were like where when you die, you only lose what you had in your tool belt and not what you had, all of your stuff. I actually did go into the settings later on after I quit the game, and there was no such settings. So it seems like in this game, there's no way to set it so that you only lose the tool belt. You always lose everything, which makes this a much more intense situation where you know you do not want to die. Because I am back here and I'm desperately trying to get my backpack, and I don't even remember, because I'm new to the PC controls here, how I can quickly pick up the backpack with all my stuff. I was not able to do it. And I also realized that for some reason I have a broken bone. I don't know if it's my leg. I think it's my leg because I can barely walk. And I'm like, how the heck can I break my bone from a zombie hitting me? This is not realistic. Come on, dudes. I mean, give me a chance. Let me just grab all my stuff. So I managed to somehow get all my stuff. I have my weapon back. I feel a lot better now. But I definitely can't run because apparently I have a broken leg. So I don't even know why this would happen, but that makes this game a lot harder because I don't have a splint. I can't fix my broken bone. I need to now find out how to make a splint. I barely have enough material gathered, but it puts me in a lot of danger here. So, of course, it doesn't really take long for me to get into that particular danger where I just can't move fast enough and I die again. And I get really frustrated because I'm like, seriously, every time I die, I literally just lose everything I was carrying. I don't know if I like this. But maybe I just get used to it after a while. It's just because I've played the Xbox version for so long and I've learned how to not keep important things in your tool belt that now basically everything is gonna be important for me and everything is gonna suck to lose. So of course I'm on my way back to get my backpack, and here it is. And of course there's a couple zombies now right where my backpack is. Why not? I put those like gloves on to hopefully help me defeat them because I don't really have any weapons. My weapons aren't in the backpack. And I didn't really want to make new weapons, so I have more room in my inventory to get all my stuff back, so I'm really hoping that this helps, but it's been tough. And in addition to that, it's also telling me that I'm cold, and I can't really pay attention to that right now because for some reason we have some kind of cold rainstorm in the middle of the day, and I just have to deal with it. Lots and lots of new things I'm not used to, but the fish seem to do a really good job here. It takes just a lot longer to take them down, but at least I am able to take them down so I can finally get to my backpack and don't have to worry about any zombies for now. I got all my stuff back. I am so happy. That went actually better than I expected, so thank God. But again, I still don't like that you lose everything when you die. I guess that's just the penalty here in the PC version. And that's okay. I just have to get used to it. So when you're in a survival situation, you obviously constantly have to adapt to new challenges, and I'm willing to do so. So now that I know that I can lose everything when I die, and I may not be able to get it back, I probably will not run around with so much stuff, especially if I get really good stuff. I probably keep it at the house and try to run around with the minimalistic stuff. I just can't have everything. It's just how it is. That's kind of how it would be in real life. So I just stashed all my good stuff in the house, and I keep like the minimal stuff like medicine and food and resources to basically just fix my weapons. That's it. Nothing else. And so you know how it is with every new game or open world new game. I'm just eager to basically just explore and loot. That's what I like to do most. And there's just so much here to explore and loot, so I can't help it, even though it's like later in the day. But I do keep an eye on the clock to make sure that I get into safety before it gets 10 p.m. And of course there is zombies down here which I have to take out before I can loot this new place and see what this is all about. Because, you know, if the place is really awesome, I may make this my new base. I just have one base for now, but it doesn't have to be the same for a long time. It probably won't hold up anyway. So I don't even know what this new place is all about here. But I find a lot of new stuff, and I am still learning like crazy. There is so much stuff that I don't even know what it is, and there's so much stuff I have to learn. I literally have to retrain my brain. I thought I knew this game, I knew how it worked, how you do things, and I feel like right now I'm playing the same game in a totally different world, in a different time zone, and everything I learned, basically I have to relearn. But that's not a bad thing. I don't mind it at all. I'm just blown away how much different the Xbox version is from the PC version. It is absolutely insane. So if you are trying to switch, just be prepared. You will probably run into the same. You will have to learn a lot, but I definitely recommend you trying GeForce Now if you have some sort of computer that you can play this on, because then it doesn't matter if it's a Mac or a PC, but either one will work just fine to try out GeForce Now, and you will be able to enjoy this game at ultra settings with all the latest that it has to offer. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.